To your point about startups and back in startup land, I totally feel the exact same way, even though we've bought a company, it's a turnaround as a startup, because we're designing so many new processes and so many new systems, and it's pretty hard to hire someone to do that, because that's where your own creative brain investment comes into it, and then you templatise that, then you can start hand off. So one of my goals, as I said before, it probably wasn't the one sleep-wise, but it's certainly to get off the org chart this year, is to be completely out of that business.
Org chart for those at home, organisational chart, James.
So CEO or above it, but it's certainly not in it at all. And I think we're going through our planning as we speak right now, and putting in our OS in, our operating system, into the company. And once we've got that dialed in by June, I should be starting to step back out. And
such a powerful lesson for all entrepreneurs is that you don't own the business if you are a slave to it, and I learned that lesson in LA actually when I built the animation company. The great thing was I couldn't do any of the tasks, and so I was forced to build a real business. I couldn't animate, I couldn't draw, I couldn't be a voiceover actor. So I think that's a really powerful thing, and it does really test, is my business really got the bucks in it to be profitable with other people doing the stuff.
Under professional management.
And if it isn't, you don't really have a business. You have a high-paying job at best.
They say the test is go away for 30 days and don't check an email. If it comes back as good or better than where you were before, you're good to go.
Yeah, and it takes hiring, and that's a skill in itself.
I extend that to my team as well. I always say to them, part of your career growth is firing yourself so you can promote yourself. And that applies to
Do you teach them like Bezos does at Amazon, where he says your job is to fire yourself and hire somebody 10% better than you?
No, that's great.
That's embedded into Amazon's ethos.
Yeah.
And I love that. It's
harder to do, because sometimes when you've always been, I guess not a control freak, but been the entrepreneur and been responsible for everything, you get that little bit of, when you look at someone and go, are you better than me? Really? Are you? And you go, shit, is that because you're out of your comfort zone? You think, I should always hiring down, not up. So it's really difficult. And we're just about going through it now, is how do you hire up?
I literally say that. I challenge people. Like, we're hiring right now social media for this pod, and we put up in the post that YouTube interview with Grace Andrews saying she's the social media manager for Diary of a CEO, and we said she is our gold standard. And I literally say we're looking for somebody who's going to grab us by the scruff of the neck and lift us up. And I learned that from my former business partner Joe. That's how he always hired, and he was a gun at building teams. And so that's what we should always be looking for, is being crystal clear about the vision, the standard, and the recruitment. It all come together in that role. It's so important. But I've time and time again, every time, like having Greg here, Greg's definitely a better videographer and editor than I'll ever be, but we're doing it with our thumbnails, we're doing it with every aspect of our business, and inevitably the fear is rewarded once you get through.
That Jeff Bezos thing is an amazing example of a 2 millimeter shift. Like one of our goals for 2023 was to hire more A-grade players. But what does that mean, right? It's very aloof, right? A-grade players. What's an A-grade player? And by putting that goal out there, we realised, are we even A-grade players? Like it's and so we're like, it's a bad goal. But changing it to something like hire someone 10% better than yourself, it's very prescriptive.
Yep.
It's very clear on how to do it, and the outcome is you have an A-grade team.
Yeah, and you need to be very thoughtful about the questions you ask in those interviews and the way you describe the job. Yeah. Before I put these job up, I spent hours just tidying our website up, putting proper photography that we now have up, because I'm not going to go into the marketplace with a B-grade looking outfit, and then I have all my questions which are super probing and would really sort out quality from non-quality quickly. And so often inexperienced entrepreneurs complain about the quality of candidates, but they are super underprepared to attract A players in every aspect of it. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that episode of Unemployable. If you want to watch another clip, click here, or if you want to see the full episode, click here. Bye for now.